Hello and welcome to Scarborough Theatre Guild's Let's Talk. I'm Erin, your host, and today we have with us Kevin Shaver. Kevin's been with us for 16 years in community theatre, and most recently he directed 39 Steps for Scarborough Theatre Guild, which won 2 wins and had several nominations at the ATCO Gala. In addition, he's directed 12 Angry Men and Rumors for Ajax Community Theatre. So please welcome Kevin to the table. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
So I have so many questions for you. It's, it's always great to know a little bit more about everyone that comes to community theatre. So it'd be great to tell us a little bit more about what you've done in terms of community theatre, what brought you to it, as well as maybe some things we might not know about you. Career, hobbies, other ways you support theatre that maybe people just don't see as easily.
Well, I've been involved with theatre probably, varying degrees for most of my life. All starting with taking that first drama course in high school and being involved with the high school improv team, and then when I came to Toronto, I was involved with the Canadian Opera Company. They paid me not to sing, just as an extra, and so I got to perform on that stage and got quite involved with Second City when I was here. And then I kind of took a break for a bit, and I was encouraged to maybe come out to Scarborough and audition for some of the shows out here, and I wasn't that familiar with any of the groups out this way, and the very first show I got cast in was Inspector Calls for the Scarborough Theatre Guild, and that was back in 2004, and ever since then I've been pretty involved with shows with the Scarborough Theatre Guild and the Scarborough Players. I've done some shows with them as well. And in 2009, I decided to try my hand at directing. And I hadn't directed a show before, so I sought out some advice. And the first person I actually spoke with was Catherine Turner to get some advice on how to approach directing a show. And then I read the script, Kiss the Moon, Kiss the Sun by Norm Foster, and the Scarborough Theatre Guild was going to be doing that show in 2009, and I thought, I really like this script, and I think I'm going to go for it. And luckily I did get the job, and I had the wonderful honor of having the late Mike Woodbridge as my mentor. And I think that anybody who had the privilege of working with Mike would know what a wonderful person he was, and what a great actor and a director, and I couldn't have had a better teacher. So, and then shortly after that, due to some personal things going on in my life, and I had made the big decision to have a career change, and to go back to school to become a funeral director. And I knew that this was going to be a big challenge to go back to school, internship, hopefully get a job. And I knew that was going to be a very big change because it's not a 9-to-5 job. It's shift work. I'd be giving up evenings, holidays, weekends, and that would greatly affect being involved with theater. And at that time I was in the show Shakespeare in Hollywood for the Scarborough Players. And I remember every time I stepped on the stage, I kept thinking to myself, this is the last time I'm ever going to be able to do this, at least for a very, very long time. So I did step away for a couple of years before, once it's in your blood, you have to come back. So you can't totally give it up. And I knew it was going to be different, but I had to do it. And I think no matter what career you have, you need that balance in life. Between your job, your family, and your passions. And regardless of what your passion is, whether it's singing, dancing, acting, chasing butterflies, you know, you need that balance in life. And so I decided I have to get back in somehow. I knew being in shows was going to be difficult because I'm at the mercy of the schedule. So it has to be compatible with my work schedule. But if I knew that if I was directing or producing a show, I can dictate the schedule, and so I was able to jump right back in. And the very first show that I ended up doing was Bus Stop with Ajax Community Theater, and then I was able to kind of step back in, and here I am. So I'm very happy that I can still do this. And I know sometimes people kid me that when I'm coming to rehearsals, I'm still in my suit from work. When I'm dressed like this, you know it's my day off. But that's all right, because often I'm coming right from work to rehearsals or to the theater. And it also helps remind me where I'm coming from, what I'm doing, and where I'm going, and that I'm maintaining that important balance.
And what is it about theater that gives you that balance?
It's the creativity. It's you know, it's having that outlet, that escape. You know, just like when an audience comes to see a show, they're coming to escape, and for me it is that escape from my job. As much as I love my job, you know, it can be emotionally and physically and mentally draining. And if you let that get to you, and it's probably just due to the type of job that it is, where I'm dealing with families and grieving families, and you're dealing with death every day. Not a lot of laughs at work, so it's nice to be able to have that shift in gears.
Mm-hmm.
Although funeral directors and actors do have the same rules. We have to show up on time, we have to know our lines, and don't bump into the furniture. So there are some correlations. So